Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids.co.uk and this is my review of the Asus Eee PC 1101HA. Now this is Asus's latest offering. It's still termed a netbook, but it now sports an 11.6 inch screen that runs at 1366 by 768 resolution. Now before I move on to showing you the laptop itself, I'm going to show you what else you get inside the box. You do get a polishing cloth. That might not seem like much, but this is a very high gloss finish, as you can see from my reflection, and it does pick up fingerprints very easily. So they've included a polishing cloth inside the box. You also get a support DVD and a small printed manual which talks you around the various ports and setting up the netbook. Also in the box you get a carrying pouch. It's just a simple neoprene pouch, perfect fit, and it's nice that they at least include something for you to carry your Eee PC around in. And you also get the power supply. I'm just going to move the laptop out of the way a little bit. Now this is a multi-voltage power supply, and if I just pull in a ruler here, you can see it's nice and small, and it measures roughly about 8 centimeters in length and about 3 centimeters in the other dimensions. So nice and compact, and this is, as I said, a multi-voltage unit, so it will work in other countries. This one's supplied with a figure 8 lead and a 3-pin UK plug on the end, but you would just swap that out for your particular country plug. And again, if you're traveling, then you can pick up different leads for different countries and use them with this power adapter. On the other end of this power adapter is a very small connector, and if I can show you that, it's a very small connector that goes into the side of the laptop for charging it. Also in the box you get the battery. This is one of the batteries here is a 6-cell battery, and it's a 48 watt-hour battery. Asus quote that you'll get around about 9.5 hours of use with this battery. In my tests I've been getting around about 6.5 to 7 hours use, so I'm assuming that their 9.5 hours quote is when you're doing sort of what I would say idle work, which is just a very small amount of surfing and maybe some navigation around various documents. There is also a higher rated battery. You can purchase a 63 watt-hour battery, and that's got a claimed battery life of 11 hours, so pretty impressive. I'm going to take you for a look around the laptop itself. So this is it. I'm going to pop that battery on first, just to show you how easy that is to do. It's just a simple matter of slotting the battery along 2 runners on the back of the laptop here. It clicks into place, and then you lock it with this tab here. Now whilst I'm on the bottom of the laptop, I will mention that this comes in with 1 GB of RAM installed. There is a little trapdoor here which you can remove 1 screw, and that will allow you to install a 2 GB DIMM module inside the laptop. The only problem with doing that is that it's been reported that if you install a 2 GB, the system will recognise it and you will be able to use it, but you'll lose some of the overclocking or underclocking features that the BIOS allows in this laptop. Now round to the side of the unit. On this side here we have the connector for the power supply. We also have an output here for a VGA D sub connection to an external monitor. You have 1 USB port and also a Kensington lock if you want to secure this laptop down with a suitable security device. Then here is just some vents for getting rid of some of the heat that's generated. The back of the laptop is completely blank. And then on this side here, we have an SD card slot for reading memory cards such as digital camera memory cards. We also have a headphone socket, microphone socket, a couple more USB ports, so it's 3 in total, and then you also have an Ethernet jack for connecting to your network or for access to the internet. If you want to go wireless, that's no problem because this laptop has 802.11n Wi-Fi built in. It also has Bluetooth 2 built in, which is a nice thing to see. Now, if I open up the laptop, you'll see here we've got a really nice size keyboard. Now, this is one of the sort of negative things with the 1106 really. The keyboard is large, but it has a sort of cramped feel to it, and I think that's because the size of the keys is quite small. They're very well spaced, and it does give a lot of feedback when you're typing, but I find that just the size of the keys makes it feel quite cramped to use. The other negative is the 1 GB memory, as I mentioned earlier, and the very last negative point I'm going to bring your attention to is the processor that's installed on this machine. It's an Intel Atom Z520 processor running at, I think it's 1.3 GHz, correct me if I'm wrong, and it does bog down after you've used it for a day. You'll find the system slowing down quite a lot if you've got a few applications running at the same time. Why not put the Intel Atom N280 that's featured in all the latest netbooks? I'm not sure why Asus didn't do that on this particular one. Now the screen, if I just pull it around to the screen here, this is a 11.6 inch screen. I will show you it running in a short while, but it is a glossy screen. I just wanted to show you the reflections there with the laptop turned off. We've also got at the top here a 1.3 megapixel camera, and we've also got a microphone built in here as well. Just back round to the keyboard, just want to show you the trackpad area. Now this trackpad is sort of integrated nicely into the body of the laptop. There's no ridges at the side, so the only thing that differentiates this from the wrist areas is that it's got a slight dimpled effect to the trackpad. It is quite nice actually, but you do find yourself sometimes slipping off the edge of the trackpad and you're wondering why your mouse pointer's not moving. But that said, once you're used to it, it does support multi-touch. You can zoom in and out on things. You can tap, you can scroll by using the side as you would on a normal trackpad. And then the mouse button, although it looks like just one, this button here actually performs a left or right click. Moving across to this side of the unit, we've got some LED lights which show things like caps lock, battery charging, power indicator, hard disk activity, Wi-Fi, etc. So very nice featured laptop. Let's take a look at it running for you now. This video review is sponsored by Make, a division of O'Reilly Media. Make is a project-based quarterly magazine that unites, inspires, informs and entertains a growing community of people who make incredible things in their basements, garages and backyards. We call them makers.